Most players enter virtual reality games to escape reality, but this man, he entered it to hunt people. In the VR game Murim, he wasn't known as a hero. He wasn't even known as a villain. He was something far worse, a true psychopath.
Warning.
It begins inside the virtual online game, a world so real you might swear it's actually real. Rain pours. The sign above reads, Black Death Sect. A lone man appears, a swordsman. And there they are, an army of sect members, weapons raised, all eyes on him. Every sword, spear, blade, you name it, pointing at one man. They call him the Nameless Swordsman, and it's obvious. These bastards have been waiting to delete him. No hesitation, they charge like spineless jackals. The swordsman, bro, is calm. All those weapons, facing him. One move, and it's a massacre. Blood everywhere, bodies torn apart. His eyes, dead cold. They keep coming, surrounding him, hungry for his blood. One swing turns the battlefield into a bloodbath. He lands in front of the next poor souls. One swing, another bloodbath. One guy thinks he's clever. Sneaks in from behind with a spear, grinning, thinking it's all in the bag. Bro, next thing you know, his head is split in two. Brain spilling, the top half goes flying, ears cut clean off. The last thought on that bastard's mind. How? Seconds later, the ground is soaked, blood mixing with the rain like some twisted fusion drink. Bodies everywhere. And there he stands, alone. Next, the sect leader. The old bastard let all his men die. Now he waits face the swordsman himself. In the blink of an eye, bro appears in front of him. Lightning strikes, rain pouring, and he's there. The old man calls him a swordsman of justice. But he is dead wrong. The old man doesn't get it. He doesn't know why the Nameless Swordsman hunts the unorthodox faction. Bro shows his true colors. He is not righteous. He doesn't care about names, titles, or honor. He does what he wants, and he enjoys it. Enough talking. Time to see who comes out on top. The old man draws his blade. Blue energy pulses from it. His face twists with malice, pure excitement. He doesn't care about the swordsman in front of him. A fight to the death. That's all that matters. Rain falls around them. Two blades, two killers, ready to clash. They move. The battle begins, but then cut. Bro is already walking out of the sect entrance. Total annihilation behind him. Rain dripping. The look on his face says it all. That was a blast. He walks through the decorated stairs. Blood everywhere. Dead bodies piled across the steps. And above it all, pink blossoms falling slowly from the sky. Then the scene changes. A real army arrives. Sect members everywhere, raising their banners high into the stormy sky. But this time, these aren't just random fighters. Some actual competent sect leaders have shown up, leading their forces. A full coalition army, all for one man. They look around in disbelief. The entire Mount Hua sect, annihilated. Seems that bastard didn't stop after wiping out the Black Death sect. The sect leaders can barely process it. Surely, an actual demon has descended to commit such atrocities. Among the countless dead bodies, a survivor appears. Just one. Maybe he was left alive on purpose by that demon. The survivor speaks. The message is simple. Mount Hua sect was wiped out. The leaders recognize him. A plum blossom swordsman. He says something unbelievable. One man did all of this. And right as he finishes speaking, boom, a red explosion erupts. The sect leaders instantly brace themselves. The demon is here. The explosion sends debris flying everywhere. Pieces of bodies scatter in all directions. A brutal spectacle. And in front of them, the so-called Blossom Swordsman is suddenly cut clean in two. One of the bearded sect leaders shouts. He demands the Nameless Swordsman show himself. Then, he appears. Bro walks out slowly, holding a severed head dripping with blood. All four sect leaders stare in shock. Bro casually greets them. Looks like they brought quite a crowd. One of the talkative sect leaders shouts again. Who the hell are you to commit such a massacre? Bro answers calmly. He hunts those at the top of the food chain. The strongest. That's why he came here. Then he tosses the head toward them. It rolls slowly across the ground, leaving a trail of blood. Turns out, rumors can't be trusted, he says. Behind him, a demonic red killer aura rises. The sect leaders freeze in shock. That head belongs to the Mount Hua sect leader. Bro stretches his hand, pointing his sword to them like he's warming up. He can't wait to fight the entire coalition army at once. They better not disappoint him. The bearded sect leader is furious now. His face twists with rage. His eyes start shining white. All four sect leaders step forward. Behind them, thousands of sect members. They'll kill this bastard right here and now. And then, they all charge at once. Our boy, He's clearly having fun. Not even a single ounce of fear. But even someone like him can't handle those numbers. The world around him starts glitching, surely signaling his death. Now we finally see him in the real world. And bro is smiling, even after getting killed in the game. He slowly removes the virtual device from his head. That combined attack from all those sect members. Yeah, even he couldn't handle that many. The game he was playing, Murim Online, a recently developed virtual reality Murim game. Famous for one thing: extreme violence, severed limbs, heads rolling, blood everywhere. The gore is so brutal that people constantly complain about it, demanding the service be shut down. But honestly, only a psycho like our boy would be completely obsessed with it. He leans back, thinking to himself, maybe next time, he should do things a little more discreetly. In front of him, the TV is playing the news. A report about a missing man. Some guy who apparently disappeared without a trace. But bro barely pays attention. He's deep in his own thoughts, thinking about what he should do next. Then suddenly, from behind him, someone begs for help. Bro almost forgot. He had a little toy he'd been playing with. Behind him, tied up and kneeling on the floor, is a man. Blood dripping onto the ground. The guy is crying desperately, begging for someone to save him. Bro slowly crouches down to his level. In his hand, a hammer with a long handle. He leans closer and calmly asks, does he really want help? Turns out, our boy kidnapped this bastard. And yes, he's the exact same man who was reported missing on the news. Bro drops several pictures onto the floor in front of him. And the truth comes out. This guy is a complete monster. A twisted bastard who enjoys preying on the weak. Targeting poor girls, treating their suffering like a game. The man stares at the pictures in shock. He asks how bro even got them. But bro doesn't care. It doesn't matter. He calmly tells him something simple. If he didn't do anything wrong, he wouldn't have become his prey. He raises the hammer, getting ready to test it on the man's head. The bastard is already broken. His face swollen, teeth missing. With tears running down his face, he screams. He is repenting. Praise the Lord. Unfortunately for him, he's begging the wrong person. Because a true demon doesn't give a damn about someone's repentance. Somehow the man manages to break free. With a desperate shove, he throws himself forward and pushes our guy back, the hammer slipping from his grip. Turns out this sick bastard is stronger than he looks. He rips the restraints apart and finally stands up. Now he's furious. The pathetic act disappears, and his true colors come out. He grabs the hammer from the ground and glares at our boy. He is a dead meat. Then he jumps forward to attack. For someone that fat, bro jumps surprisingly high. But our boy is already ready. He calmly sidesteps. The fat bastard misses completely. No hesitation. Our boy drives a punch straight into his gut. The impact is brutal. The fat bastard nearly vomits from the hit. And before he can recover, a knee strike to the face. The force sends him flying backwards. At least this time, he didn't lose another tooth. And just like that, the tough guy act disappears again. Now he's back to being pathetic, crying, begging, screaming that he doesn't want to die. Our boy watches him calmly, then finally speaks. Most humans are herbivores. But among the carnivore minority, they attack, hunt, and devour those weaker than themselves. Meanwhile, the fat bastard is crawling across the floor, trying to delay the inevitable. But then he crawls into something that makes his face freeze in horror. Bodies, dozens of them, mummified corpses hanging from above. At that moment, he realizes it. He steps straight into a devil's den, and he already knows his fate. Our boy looks down at him with a killer gaze. He declares himself the hunter. Not those fake hunters who clear monsters in dungeons and stuff. No, this guy hunts the real monsters. The monsters wearing human skin. He lifts the hammer again, ready to finish the job. But suddenly, boom, the door behind him explodes open. Police rush inside, guns raised, all aimed directly at him. Dong Bongsu. Looks like the police have been searching for him for a long time. They're placing him under arrest for cleansing the world from vermin. Yeah, apparently the law doesn't like that. But our boy, he doesn't look bothered at all. Meanwhile, the fat bastard suddenly starts hoping he might actually survive this. The police leader raises his gun and fires. The bullet misses our boy on purpose. A warning shot. And honestly, they brought a lot of officers for just one man. But this whole situation feels familiar. It reminds him of that moment in the game when he faced the entire sect coalition army alone. He looks straight at the police and starts talking. That fat bastard, he killed women. He tortured them. He even took pictures while enjoying it, just so he could kill them afterward. And the corpses hanging behind him? They're all the same. Most of them were murderers too. People who preyed on the weak. He calmly explains it. These bastards are animals. They hunt ordinary people. And him? He's just the hunter who hunts them. Honestly, I feel bad for my boy, but I still support him. Unfortunately, a damn police officer would never understand that logic. But our boy doesn't care what they think. He just laughs. Then he swings the hammer. The police immediately shout for him to stop. But nah, there's no way he's letting his prey leave alive. And what follows is brutal. The hammer comes down, and the fat bastard's head bursts like a balloon. Nothing left, just blood spraying everywhere. Our boy goes out with a bang. The policeman opened fire. Bullet rushed toward him. And as it get closer, he makes just one wish. If there really is a devil out there, then give him another chance at life. A world filled with beasts he can kill to his heart's content. A world just like Murim. And well, he is the protagonist. So of course, fate answers. Someone somewhere probably died. And just like that, our boy's soul enters that body. When he opens his eyes, he's alive again. Even he doesn't understand how. A man is standing in front of him, confused. He was sure the boy had already died. But somehow, he's alive. Instead of questioning it, the guy immediately starts bullying him, grabbing his clothes, complaining that dragging his body from the marketplace was a huge pain. Then, he punches our boy straight in the face, sending him flying. And just like that, he walks away. But that look in our boy's eyes, deadly. Nobody hits him and walks away alive. He grabs a stone from the ground, ready to throw it. But the moment he stands, the stone drops from his hand. His entire body is in unbearable pain. So much pain he can't even throw a damn stone. He collapses to the ground. And then it hits him. This body isn't his. It's thin. Extremely thin. Like the previous owner died from starvation. Or something worse. Our boy almost complains. But then he looks up. The moon shines above him. And the surroundings, this place, is definitely Murim. His new body again. So skinny it feels like it might snap in half if someone bumps into him. This body looks like it survived AIDS or severe starvation. But then he stops thinking about it. Bodies can recover. Suddenly, he starts crying, covering his mouth. But those tears? They aren't sadness. His lips slowly curl into a sick smile. Tears of pure joy. His dream finally came true. And right on cue, a privilege granted to those who receive a second life appears. A system window, welcoming him to Murim, the world where only the strongest survive. And judging by the look on his face, bro is beyond excited. That twisted smile says it all. This body he woke up in? It belonged to a nobody. A slave someone no one cared about. A stable cleaner named Sosum. Before he died, he was just doing his usual work. Cleaning the stables. Then suddenly, the door bursts open. A bastard named Machil walks in, kicking the door like he owns the place. He calls out for the boy. No patience. No respect. Sosum tries to explain he's still cleaning, but Machil isn't asking. He grabs him by the mouth, shutting him up instantly, reminding him he's nothing but a damn slave. The next moment, Sosum is dragged to the blacksmith. Waiting there is another fat bastard. The blacksmith looks at them and asks, "Are the two of them going to move all these weapons?" The fat man smirks. Can't he see? He brought a horse. And then, he punches Sosum straight in the gut. For no reason. Sosum collapses to the ground, and the bastard has the nerve to ask, "What is he doing on the ground?" His voice turns cold, oppressive. He orders Sosum to get up and move all the weapons. Alone. Heartless bastard. Then just like that, he leaves, saying he has important business to handle at the Phoenix Tavern. Leaving everything to Sosum. Even the blacksmith can't hide it. He feels bad for the boy, and what happens next is just painful to watch. Sosum starts carrying the weapons. Not with proper equipment, but with a piece of cloth wrapped around his back. Blades, swords, all exposed. Sharp edges digging into his skin, piercing his back with every step. The cloth can't even hold the weight. Tears open, and the weapons crash to the ground. Still, he keeps going, dragging them, pulling them, lifting them again, over, and over, and over. Takes him the entire day. Even the blacksmith tells him to rest. But Sosum just says, he's fine, even though he clearly isn't. By the end, he looks like he's about to die. He walks like a drunken man, his body trembling, feeling cold. At that point, he starts questioning everything. What's the point of living like this? What's the point of continuing such a miserable life? But fate isn't done with him. As if things couldn't get worse, he bumps into someone, a muscular man. Sosum didn't even see him. He was too exhausted to notice where he was going. But that doesn't matter. The man doesn't care. He throws a punch. Straight to Sosam's face. Then a kick to the gut. Another punch. Again. And again. And again. Sosam is beaten. Until there's nothing left. And in his final moments, he regrets it. Regrets ever being born into such a cruel world. And just like that, Sosam dies. That's the life this body lived. And now, our real protagonist has seen it all through those memories. And even he feels bad for him. What a miserable way to die. As he's processing everything, a familiar window appears. The system, his stats show up, filled with question marks. And once again, it welcomes him to this world. Meanwhile, outside, Machiel is coming back. This time, he's carrying food. Clearly not because he wants to. Looks like even he is just following orders from someone else. Why the hell? Is he the only one in the Danri clan cleaning up that bastard's mess? Machiel is pissed. The boy should have just gone back to the stables after work. But something feels off. How did that kid survive running into Peng Dorang? The same bastard known for his rotten temper. The same man who beat him to death. Machiel doesn't like this at all. For a moment, he even considers finishing the boy himself. But then, he backs off. Too risky. Instead, he does what he always does. Kicks the door open, walks in, and finds our boy resting. Without a word, he throws a plate of food at him, then turns around and leaves. 2 weeks goes by since our boy woke up in this world. And during that time, he's been gathering information from Machiel, from everything around him. First, the people here use Chinese characters. But this isn't China. Why? Because martial arts here aren't just myths. They're real, fantastical techniques that should only exist in novels. Actually exist here. People fly, move faster than the eye can follow. This place is basically a real-life version of Murim Online. Second, he has something no one else does. A system, a functional status window only he can see. At first, he thought this was still a game. But now, there's no doubt. This place is real. The people here, they feel, they think, they suffer, they're alive. Which raises one question. Is he a human or a player? Right then, that fat bastard shows up again. With that same disgusting grin. Mocking him. Sosam. Living the good life, huh? While the rest of them got punished. All because of one useless idiot. Same as always. He's here to bully him. But this time, something is different. He's not talking to the same Sosam anymore. Our boy doesn't say a word. He stands up, grabs the plate, and eats everything. In one go. Then, that look. That killer look. He snaps the plate in half, turning it into a sharp, jagged blade. No hesitation. He moves. A sudden strike. Straight for the bastard's neck. The fat bastard doesn't even see it coming. His brain can't even process what just happened. Before. Another stab. And another. Our boy speaks calmly. The weak Sosam died a long time ago. And just like that, the beast is unleashed. He keeps stabbing. Over and over. That twisted smile on his face. Eyes glowing red. Blood spraying everywhere. It's like a rain of blood. A sick twisted art show. And he just stands there, letting it fall over him, bathing in it, enjoying that warm, dripping sensation. Then he asks himself again, is he human or a player? But honestly, it doesn't matter, because this is his first kill in this world. And it proves one thing. This place is real. There's only one law here. Something he already felt. From that lifeless body. From Machiel. And everyone else. The weak are prey. The strong are everything. Respected. Feared. Worshipped. And to him, this is perfect. A world he always dreamed of. A place where he can hunt, without hiding who he truly is. And the best part? There are people like him here. No, even worse. Stronger. More monstrous. True carnivores. Roaming freely in this jungle called Murim. And once his body recovers, the hunt will continue. In the land of true predators. He spreads his arms, embracing it all, savoring every second. Because here, in this new Murim, is where his story truly begins. Bro really didn't think about what to do with the body after killing that fat bastard. Now he's just chilling beside the corpse, the entire room covered in blood. Honestly, that guy wasn't even worth killing. But forget that. There's something way more important he needs to confirm. The inventory. That blue system inventory window appears again. But something feels different. This inventory is nothing like the one from the game. He slowly puts his hand inside, and realizes the space inside is massive. Hundreds of square meters. Then, bro does something completely insane. Something that shouldn't even be possible under normal system rules. He touches the dead man's head and commands the inventory to store it. Suddenly, the space around him starts glitching. The inventory sucks the body inside. Not just the corpse, but the blood too. Everything disappears. Bro just stands there in shock. This ability is ridiculously useful. Now he'll never have to worry about hiding bodies again. His inventory basically became a personal morgue. Then another thought hits him. What if living things can also be stored inside? If that's possible, then he'll definitely need to experiment more. The next morning, a few workers are casually chatting while our boy sweeps nearby. But then he gets lost in thought. That same killer stare slowly creeping onto his face. So distracted, he doesn't even notice the slap coming from behind. Turns out, it's Machil. Back again to bully him. Apparently, rumors are spreading that Sosum became mute. Machil orders him to take the horse for a walk. Apparently horses go on walks now. But our boy just gives him a cold stare. The kind that silently says, "Your days are numbered." Next thing, he's walking through the streets with the horse. Passing crowded market stalls. People minding their own business. Everything peaceful, until some annoying kids notice him and start throwing rocks, laughing at him, mocking him for being mute. Clearly, these little brats have no idea who they're messing with. Our boy doesn't even say a word. One look, that murderous stare alone, and the kids freeze instantly. Even the horse starts getting nervous. The kid in front honestly looks like he just saw a demon. Then just as quickly, our boy suppresses the aura, going back to acting dumb again, and simply walks away, ignoring them. Unfortunately, the brats keep throwing rocks anyway. Honestly, at this point, nobody would blame him if he snapped. But while walking away, he keeps forcing himself to suppress that killer instinct, barely holding it back. Meanwhile, back at the estate, Machil is confused. Where the hell did that fat bastard disappear to? It's been days since anyone saw him. He opens the door and finds Sosum inside. The room is spotless, everything shining clean. For once, Machil is actually impressed. The worthless Sosum finally did something useful. Maybe that near-death experience changed him. Then Sosum hands over the gold coins. And now, Machil is happy as hell. Looks like the brat finally learned how the world works. But obviously, nothing in this world comes for free. And our boy definitely has plans behind this obedient act. Some time later, Machil is walking through town with the biggest grin imaginable. Like a dog in heat. Only one thing on his mind tonight. Women. Turns out the Phoenix Tower is basically a place where women are bought and sold. And tonight, Machil plans to spend all his money having fun. He greets the guy at the entrance and immediately asks for the most expensive beauty they have. Chosian. Fast forward, he's already inside waiting for her. Bro looks nervous enough to forget Viagra. Then she walks in. And damn, she's gorgeous. Curves. Beauty. The full package. But unfortunately for Machil, I don't think he'll be enjoying tonight for very long. Because above him, hidden in the ceiling, there's an eye watching him. I don't even know when our boy got there, but he's there, eyes wide open, locked onto his prey. Get to how our boy got here? Right after that bastard Machil got in. Our boy showed up too. Clearly not on intentions of having that kind of fun you'd think of. The guy at the entrance recognizes that it's the mute Sosum. Why the hell is he here? He asks. He tells Sosum to get lost. But before he could finish, Sosum shuts him up with a pouch full of almighty coins. He makes that face stuttering trying to say the name Eng, another regular of Machil. The man checks the pouch and it's exactly what he wants. Well, even a mute can make some noise in that territory. He immediately changes his expression, making that twisted smile showing Sosum the way in, telling him he'll bring Eng. Bro walked in with a clear killer intention, with no thoughts of even having a little fun with the bitches inside. He came prepared. He'll definitely strangle that bastard to death using those bandages wrapped on his arms. Holy fuck, that bastard Machil actually managed to go few rounds it seems. But unfortunately it was his last as our boy is slowly approaching from behind. The bastard flexes his muscles. He looks fatter than he was in his clothes. Sosum is behind, about to wrap the bandages around his neck. And Machil is so distracted after having so much fun with the girl. He didn't even see a thing. Bandages wrapped his neck tightly, strangling him hard he couldn't breathe. Who the fuck dares do that to him? He tries struggling to get free, but unfortunately all his energy is already gone from heavy sessions he had. Our boy chokes him with all his strength, not letting go until the bastard Machil finally kicked the bucket. Then he makes a face of pure lust, well not sexual lust but the one he gets from killing bastards like Machil. He did all that while the girl was still sleeping, resting after that damn Machil went a few rounds on her. Look at her. So sexy, but our guy doesn't even look at her that way. To him, she is a herbivore. A weak prey who has neither the will nor strength to protect herself. He stands up, goes to the wooden wall, peeks through a hole, and seems like some two birds are having an intense session, probably making too much noise for him. Bro does the unthinkable, or maybe the greatest blessing ever. He stores them into the inventory while they are still on it, doggy style. Maybe they'll continue having infinite fun in the inventory. Good thing he practiced to use the inventory. Enough with that, it's time to deal with Machil's body. This one is not getting stored into the inventory. But before that, he realized something about the system. Killing people gives him experience, and getting experience means he can level up. Leveling up means getting stronger means killing stronger people easily. Bro makes that iconic demonic smile after realizing that. In this world, he can become infinitely strong. Except he won't be soloing dungeons like Sung Jin Wo. What a perfect world this is. He makes a camera pose with his fingers, smile for the camera. Ah shit, he is dead, remember? Unfortunately he doesn't have a phone, or he'd snap a pic of this perfect dead-ass face. Outside, that guy is waiting. Aang is late. Speaking of her, she comes running. He reminds her to hurry the fuck up and go get fucked already. Sosum might be a mute, but he paid. She immediately gets inside. But the man at the door starts thinking about Machil and that hot girl. The hell are they taking so long? Are they trying to make a baby or what? He is running out of patience, so he knocks on the door, reminding them time's up, and telling Chozian that other customers are waiting for her exquisite body. No answer from the inside, and that does it. He forcibly opens the door, and he is met by a terrified expression on the girl's face. His eyes roll up just to see feet hanging there in the air. Then he falls on his ass. Clearly his first time seeing a dead body in that style. This Machil, it clearly looks like suicide, but we all know our boy killed the fucker and made it look like suicide. Before we continue with our boy's chaos, let's take a moment to understand the world he has been reborn into. Because this damn world isn't just a place filled with martial artists and killers. It's a world built upon powerful clans, sex, and centuries of conflict. And today's story takes us to one of its most important regions, Anhui. To the north flows the Huai River. Through its center runs the mighty Yangtze River. Together, they create vast fertile plains stretching across the land. Since ancient times, Anhui has been famous for its rich rice harvests, fertile soil, and countless lakes and waterways. Trade flourished here, merchants gathered here, and where wealth gathers, scums of society are surely there. Bandits and criminals, villains from the unorthodox faction. They all flocked to the region like vultures. Naturally, heroes rose to oppose them. Martial clans and righteous sects were established throughout Anhui, dedicating themselves to maintaining order and enforcing the laws of Murim. Among those countless organizations, two names stood above the rest. The first was the Namgung clan, one of the legendary 5 great clans of the Central Plains. Without question, the most powerful force in Anhui. A name respected throughout Murim. Then there was the Danri clan. Now, compared to the mighty Namgung clan, the Danri clan couldn't compete in overall power. But that didn't mean they were weak. Far from it. The clan possessed a specialized combat force known as the Cross-Heaven Sword Division. Elite warriors trained specifically for battle. But their true strength wasn't found on the battlefield. Came from something far more dangerous. Information. The Danri clan operated a powerful intelligence and law enforcement organization known as the Black Crow Squad. And their reputation spread across all of Anhui. When it came to gathering information, the Black Crow Squad was so effective that even larger sects were forced to admit something they hated hearing. Within Anhui, the Danri clan was second to none. Even organizations that prided themselves on their intelligence networks had to concede defeat in that area. The Black Crow Squad simply did it better. But recently, that very same Black Crow Squad has run into a problem. A case they haven't been able to solve. A disturbance that keeps growing larger. And wouldn't you know it, the source of that trouble is none other than our boy. Now, inside the Black Crow Squad headquarters, a man reads a report. From his tired-looking face, it sure ain't a good report. The old man is the Black Crow Squad leader. The report is about another suicide, making the man to think it's a plague. Over the past few months, over nearly 100 people have taken their own lives. There have been always suicides, but never this many in a single month. The old man is concerned that all the cases have been so perfect. The evidence and circumstances all point to a suicide. But, clearly that can't be possible, right? So the old man asks his assistant who was the first to die. And of course, it was Machil from their clan. The investigation is starting. Now they are about to check out the place where Machil died. This time, the squad leader himself is going in person. He has to see it for himself. Minutes later, he is already asking that greedy bastard about the room where Machil died. He tells the squad leader that he is right, they found Machil flying in there, hanging from the rafters. The squad leader is wondering if the suicide plague is a string of murders. Then how did our boy get inside to do the job? He checks out the place, but unfortunately finds nothing out of the ordinary. Though he can't believe that this was just a mere suicide. So he asks if anyone was in the room next door when Machiel died. The greedy bastard tells him yeah, it was that mute Sosum, he arrived around the same time as Machiel. And speaking of our boy, he is casually taking the horse on a walk again. But clearly lost looking at the system window, he is about to level up. From the people he killed so far, he learned that stronger prey gives him more experience points, meaning a strong martial artist can make him level up fast. Right now, even the weakest warrior of the Danri clan is stronger than him. He needs a prey that can bridge the gap between commoners and martial artists. Well, he doesn't need to because some trash can always find him first. Some toothless bastard shouts his name. And he is not alone. These bastards are happy to see that Sosum has gained some weight. He's been living a good life. Sosum says nothing and the toothless one keeps yapping. Clearly street thugs. Now our boy feels bad for Sosum. Poor kid lived his life getting pushed around by scum like this. The toothless bastard dares to grab our boy by the head. They need to have some private chat. Our boy thinks about killing them all and making it look like suicide or maybe store their bodies in the inventory and dump them somewhere else, but that's risky, he might be discovered. And it's not like killing these weak fuckers will get him that much experience. He'll take a beating now and he'll get rid of them later. The toothless bastard was about to punch him, but some guy stops him, the boss thug. He tells the lackey he told them to bring Sosum nicely. Turns out the fuckers want to steal the horse, and they also have someone they are answering for, the dark society leader who goes absolutely crazy for horses. He tells Sosum the horse would make a good gift to his leader. Then the bastard makes that killer grin, and Sosum can tell from it that he intended to kill him from the start. Unfortunately, he chose the wrong person to prey on. The bastard gets closer to Sosum with that darkened expression. Surprisingly, Sosum talks, tells the fucker why doesn't he kill him, why bother asking twice. That shocked the toothless lackey. How the hell? The mute can talk. Too late. The thug boss saw nothing. Our boy opened the inventory and a knife materialized on his hand heading straight to the bastard's neck. The next thing, blood, and before everyone can process what the hell happened, Sosum stores the body into the inventory. That flash of shiny light erupts as the inventory sucks the dead bastard inside right in front of everyone there. The system window pops up, finally hitting level 2. And that one single upgrade made our boy's entire aura change. Now looking like a literal demonic creature with that suffocating dark red aura around him. The toothless is sweating bullets. A demon is before him. Now that's a proper look to be called a demon. And the remaining thugs think they can kill this demon. How pathetic. Ah shit. Toothless has a running nose now, he doesn't waste time to turn and run away. No way he is dying here. What the hell was even that thing? Man, they really look sad when it's their time. Unfortunately for him, no one can escape the devil that easily. One of his legs got cut off while running. He fell right on his face. Instead of just stopping the inevitable, he continues to struggle. This can't be. He doesn't believe this is where he dies. What the fuck just happened? Sosum was just a cripple. He was nothing more than a coin purse that cried and spat out money when he was beaten. Now who or what the hell is this demon? The fucker starts regretting ever been born. Keeps yapping how it isn't fair. Our boy knocks him out. Who gives a shit about his fairness? Wait a sec. Where is that leg coming from? Didn't he just lose it? A few minutes later, Toothless wakes up to see Sosum sitting there next to corpses. Sosum tells him he's been waiting. Toothless is so scared. He calls Sosum demon. The fuck is with that face? He can't even make eye contact. Our boy puts a knife to his face, he better start talking fast. He asks about the first guy he killed. The leader. Now Toothless might die of heart attack. That'd be mercy. Sosum asks about what that fucker said earlier. And yep, Toothless starts snitching. How can he hold himself in front of a literal demon? The Black Society. The Black Society is one of the unorthodox groups controlling the back alleys of Bongyang. And the guy he killer first was an executive of the Black Society. Our boy presses the knife on the throat. Now Toothless is doing all he can not to shit himself. Our boy asks about the leader of Black Society. Toothless doesn't hold back. He keeps spilling out everything. The Black Society leader is Bang Bang Poyam. Did he say Bang Bang, like seriously? And he tells our boy that fucker Bang Bang ordered them to kill him and take the horse. Now that's some good news. Unorthodox groups and the Black Society. They have ranks and a boss. In modern terms, they're like an organized crime group. Our boys tell Toothless to keep going. He should tell him everything he knows about the unorthodox groups and the Black Society. And if the information is useful, he'll let him live. Poor guys, making a happy face for nothing cause no way he is going out of here alive. Like I said, no fucking way, now he is double toothless and a corpse. Another collection to the inventory. Our boy checks if he cleaned everything up. Yeah, the place looks fine, just a horse waiting for him there. It won't snitch on him, will it? Nah, he rests for a sec. Today he found out several important facts. Unorthodox faction. He was just looking for hunting targets for leveling up that fall between martial artists and civilians, and he unexpectedly found them. From now on, the hunt has begun. And another thing that surprised him, after leveling up, his injuries disappeared cleanly. All his previous injuries were healed. Not just the scar. Every wound in his body is gone. Now he wonders if maybe even damage to the heart or brain could be healed. Well, he'll try that out when he is about to level up. There was that light that filled the alleyway during the level up. It looks flashy but is highly likely to invite danger. He needs to find a way to hide it. He must not get caught by anyone. A hunter hiding among prey must appear ordinary. He must look more similar to the others, indistinguishable. Only then can one become the best hunter. He decides that leveling up must be done when the hunt ends, or a place where only prey exists. Time to go back to his walk, but on the way, he thinks about one thing. Coloring himself as a mute won't cut it anymore. What he needs is to get stronger fast without being noticed by others. Bro walks in right among the civilians, mixing in nicely like an ordinary man on his business. But his mind is still running thoughts about killing people. He definitely needs to kill stronger people. He is so lost in thoughts, he didn't even see a hand grabbing his shoulder and a voice asking him if he is Sosum? Ah shit! It's the information squad leader. And by the looks of it, he is trying to do something on our boy as blue energy flashes on his hand grabbing the shoulder. Forget about the information squad leader for a sec because that's not really how he met our boy. Before that, the system was acting up, giving him critical error messages. Message stating that a critical error has occurred in the Murim online system. But there will be no issues proceeding with the game. This error showed up right after leveling up to 2. Bro is wondering what could be the cause, since he who shouldn't be able to exist there by all rights. Well, isn't the fact that he is there in the first place a critical error itself? No point wasting time on it. This time, his stats have changed, the question marks are gone, replaced by gauge bars. Gauge bars? Isn't that supposed to be numbers? Well, maybe it's because reality can't be quantified exactly like a game. He checks the skills, a couple passive skills show up, mainly basic skills like slash, thrust, block, and throw. But one skill caught him by surprise. What is that skill? Spirit Eye. It's the first time he sees it. The skill automatically casts itself because conditions have been met. A countdown begins from 20, the system warning him an enemy with a level difference of 10 or more has approached within 20 meters. He gets it, the skill is like an early warning system. The countdown continues dropping. Our boy looks at the door, wondering who the hell might be coming. But he is sure it's probably not an enemy. That'd be near impossible because there aren't many humans dumb enough to invade the Danry family. He comes to a conclusion that the person approaching now must be a master within the Danry family. He doesn't know exactly how much a 10-level difference is yet. Considering the effort and risk to life it took to become level 2, it's a large difference. If only he killed ordinary people until level 10, how many would he have to kill? He'll probably make a copy of Mount Everest with just corpses. But killing this person would make up the difference for all those lives. The countdown finally hit 1 and the door burst open. 2 blurry figures showing up. And of course, it's that old squad leader and his assistant. He walks right in front of Sosum, grabs his shoulder and asks if he is Sosum. Our boy just froze there without saying a thing. The man proceeds to ask if he is the one who killed Machiel. Now our boy is making a terrified face, his eyes rolling black. He starts stuttering as the old bastard starts to infuse a strange blue energy into his shoulder. The old man intensifies the infusion, the blue crackling energy flowing inside our boy's skeletal system, electrifying his insides. The old bastard doesn't stop, keeps infusing more energy onto our boy, which is probably causing more pain, as it flows through his bones, straight to his very core. Then the old man suddenly stops, leaving our boy's clothes torn open on the shoulder. He doesn't say a thing, turns and tells his assistant they should go. Just like that. That old bastard just added himself to the bucket list. He'll die very soon cause our boy didn't like that at all. Sir? Sir? You do not poke the quiet guy and then casually stroll away like you just watered your plants. Who gave you that main character confidence? Our boy's eyes are literally filing your death certificate in 4K HD. You're cooked. Outside, the assistant asks, boss, why'd we leave? Weren't you like 200% sure the mute guy was SUS? The old man tells him yeah. That's why he poked him with True Chi earlier. Free body scan. If he'd done even 5 push-ups of martial arts, he'd see the gains. The assistant asks, and? What did the scan say? Bro, it was emptier than your bank account after payday. Emptier than my DMs. That mute has the internal energy of a potato. Dude's never touched martial arts in his life. That's what the old said. Old man now questioning his whole career. Did they really live themselves? And if this epidemic is real, how many more people gotta rage quit life before it ends? Well, plot twist. From that moment on, the suicide epidemic in Bangyang vanished. Poof, gone. Like my motivation on Monday. Instead, a brand new stabby breezy murder season rolled into town. Rainy night. Bongyang streets, deader than my group chat. This ghost town o'clock. Inside the bar, vibes are 10 out of 10. Except for table 2. We got 2 walking DUI charges. Drunk 1 is absolutely zoot. Happiest man alive. Why? He's yapping about his favorite fanfic IRL, the nameless hero. Drunk 2 is like, bro, we know. The whole city knows. Chill. Drunk 1, now the president of the Nameless Hero fan club. He tells Drunk 2 to call the Nameless Hero the Lord Hero, the GOAT, the King. Bro, I don't know if that's him or the 12 shots of rice wine talking. Then he starts hitting JoJo poses in the middle of the bar. Drunk 2 is like, bro, please. Volume. We're in public. Drunk 1 tells him, listen, those unorthodox faction jobbers? They got what they deserved. White Tiger Unit. Deleted. Red Wolf Gate. Uninstalled. Drunk 2 stops him for a sec. You idiot. You forgot the patch notes. Black Society DLC still active. That just makes Drunk 1 go Super Saiyan. They're next. The mighty Lord Nameless Hero is gonna speedrun those losers. No respawn. Meanwhile, at the door. Oh no. He's been here. The whole damn time. Our boy. Just walking out. Drip check. Grim Reaper cosplay, but make it canon. That sword ain't for decoration, folks. He walks out. No words. Just aura. Passes a homeless dude. Might be homeless. Might be a level 99 monk in disguise. We don't know. What's with that look? And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Solo leveling mode activated. Now we get to see how exactly our boy have been exterminating these unorthodox factions. A guard naps while standing, literally drooling on duty. Another guard snaps and smacks him upside the head. What the hell are we paying you for? Why are you sleeping right now? Don't you know what kind of chaos the Nameless Hero is causing? He's basically talking to himself because the other guy is already back to drooling. He keeps yapping about how the Nameless Hero wiped out 3 black units. And the only one left is their Black Society, so he blinks once. And the next thing he knows, the other guy is headless. Blood sprays like a busted water pipe. He stumbles back in panic as the severed head rolls across the ground. The headless body still gushing. Poor bastard. A second later, he's headless too. The Grim Reaper has arrived. He casually sheathes his sword as another head tumbles down the stairs. Bro opens the gate after cutting down the 2 guards like it was nothing. He walks in like he owns the place, but there's no one in sight. The next second, dozens of arrows come flying at him. He dodges every single one, his movement a ghostly blur. It was a trap. These bastards knew he was coming, so they set up a little surprise. Dozens of them step out in front of him, armed with every weapon you can think of. Their leader, front and center, draws his sword, clearly confident they'll kill this Reaper today. But our guy, he isn't fazed at all. If anything, he prefers to kill them this way. Lightning cracks the signal to attack. Kill the Nameless Hero brat. They all rush him at once, coming from every direction. Our boy makes one move. He draws his sword, wreathed in red demonic energy, and he unleashes his skill. 1,000 army sweep. True to its name, he sweeps through dozens of them with a single attack. Heads split in 2, limbs flying, a massacre with just 1 slash. Blood mixes with the rain. The rest of them in the back freeze immediately, their faces twisted in shock like they've just seen a nightmare come to life. Bro doesn't stop. He cuts through them, leaving nothing but blood in his wake. Every slash of his sword sends body parts flying. The scene is so brutal, a weak man would vomit just watching it. One of them charges in with a spear, thinking he's got him. Nope. Our boy swings another body into him and finishes both at once, his blade punching through their guts at the same time. Red energy crackles around him. Poor bastards, dying with terror frozen on their faces. While our boy yanks his sword free, another guy comes in from behind with a spear. He actually believes he's got him now, ready to land the killing blow. Bro, we've seen this scene at the start of the story. That grin. It doesn't last long. Our boy doesn't even look back. He just opens his inventory behind him and something flies out, slicing the fool's head clean in half horizontally across the nose. The top part goes flying, ears cut clean too. Bro has half a second to wonder what the hell just happened and where did that knife come from. Luckily, one guy manages to land a hit, sending our boy rolling through the muddy ground for a second. The one who landed it gets cocky. Yeah, this guy's human too, right? He bleeds just like us. The remaining lackeys in the back finally see a glimmer of hope. We can kill him. Right here, right now. Our boy kneels there, blood pouring from his gut. Man, look at the faces on these poor bastards. To their horror, our boy just stands up, removes his hat and mask. The second they see him, chills run down their spines. Why? Because our boy is wearing that crazy smile, like he's high on something. He dashes forward with that demonic expression. And we all know what happens next. Somewhere at the back gate outside, another guy is hiding behind a rock. He notices the screams inside have died down significantly. Were all those useless bastards really killed by just one guy? The poor man is having a crisis. They just extorted people a little, did some human trafficking, sold women and some booze, and killed a few things that didn't even look human. There are so many people in this world worse than him. Bro, spare us, you absolutely deserve what's coming. He's thinking, they need to kill that demon. He eyes the secret path that leads to Paradise Manor, the leader's estate, but they can't let that demon pass through. He figures they have the advantage in the dark with a few archers hidden there. They see a figure approaching. They don't hesitate to confirm who it is, they just loose their arrows. Every arrow hits its target. Now the poor man thinks they got him. But that would have been too easy. They shot a random nobody. Their trap got trapped. The next second, heads start flying from behind. A bloody spectacle. The poor man gets a front row seat as his four men's heads go airborne. Blood gushing out like some twisted art show. Now he wishes he could just disappear. What the hell is this? He starts slashing his sword at nothing, screaming nonsense, asking if his guys are alive. Like he didn't just watch their heads fly. He keeps yapping, asking if our boy is the nameless hero, what he wants, what they did to deserve this. Well, he doesn't get to finish his statement, because the look on our boy's face shuts him up instantly. Next, his head flies off his neck like it was scared off by something truly terrible. It's like a shadow passed through him and took his head. Bro tells the corpse he only wants one thing. Their lives. And he keeps walking toward the leader's estate. Man, bro really left a mess behind. It's like a twisted, headless Halloween party gone wrong at the gate. Inside, it's a body part art show. Blood mixing with rainwater like some grotesque fusion drink. Lightning strikes as he walks to the final boss. Bro's making that face, well, I can't really call it innocent. Either way, Black Society leader Bang Poyam is next. But before we get to Bang Poyam, let's see how our boy exterminated the first small factions. He started with the White Tiger unit. After leveling up from killing that Black Society executive, he was still weak compared to the Black faction members. So he used luring and ambushing, arson, those kinds of methods to begin his hunt. By the time the White Tiger unit leader finally realized what was happening, everything was already in flames. More than half of the White Tiger unit was dead. In the process, the officials and the townspeople witnessed his killing spree and gave him the epithet, the Nameless Righteous Swordsman. After obtaining his new mask as the Nameless Righteous Swordsman, disposing of the unorthodox factions became even easier. When he killed the White Tiger unit leader, he reached level 5 and gained his first active skill, Qinggong and the Three Forces sword art. He was finally able to face Black faction members in direct confrontation. Around the time children started playing games mimicking the Nameless Righteous Swordsman, the Red Wolf Gate was erased from the world. The only unorthodox faction remaining in Bongyang was the Black Society, which brings us to the final boss battle that's about to start. Black Society leader, Bang Poyam. The old bastard let all his men die. Now he waits to fight the nameless hero alone. With a flash of lightning in the background, our boy appears right in front of the old man. The old man asks the obvious. Is he the Nameless Righteous Swordsman? Bro says nothing. He isn't here to chat. The old man keeps asking, if he is a swordsman of justice, why is he wrapped up so tightly? Bro tells him he's not one. The old man asks, then why does he hunt and kill the unorthodox faction if he's not a swordsman of justice? Bro makes that sick, twisted face as he makes it clear. He is not a righteous swordsman. The old man laughs because this bastard has deceived them all. He finally sees his true colors. Bro tells him, he deceived no one. They simply believed what they wanted to believe. Enough chat. Let the fight begin. The old man draws his sword. The next second, his expression changes completely. His blade is wreathed in blue energy, and his entire body is surrounded by a snake-like aura. He should show him what he got, he tells our boy. Bro, this is sick. Now the old man looks like some ancient witch ghost. Our boy answers by unleashing his demonic red aura. Now they look like two evil specters. They both take their stance, blue and red auras clashing. For a second, everything around them vanishes as they enter a state of absolute concentration. A single drop of rain signals the start. Bro wears that demonic look as he rushes forward to attack, the old man responding with those snake-like eyes. They clash, exchanging a flurry of sword strikes. But our boy is clearly at a disadvantage. His old wounds start reopening, blood pouring out. The old man sees an opening and doesn't waste time. He goes straight for the neck. He realizes the attack is too short, it won't reach. Our boy moves his head to the side, leaving his hand exposed. He nearly loses it as the old man's strike slices through, leaving a deep cut. Blood sprays out and our boy is sent flying back by the force. The old man makes that witch-like face. Just as I thought, your body isn't in perfect condition. He dashes forward to press the attack. Our boy barely blocks. They exchange blows, the old man's attacks slithering like snake strikes. He's persistently targeting our boy's injuries. At this rate, our boy will definitely lose, even if he sacrifices flesh. The old man, tongue out, asks, "What's running through your mind in the middle of this fight?" Now the old bastard is sure he's got this in the bag. Our boy tries to unleash a skill. Before he can, the old man gets him first. With that sick smile, his sword shifts into a razor-sharp chain whip. It wraps around our boy's hand, and the next second, his hand is severed. The old man's whip moves like a living snake. It was brutally effective. It's the first time our boy's faced a whip, and the old man's riding high. He's got this in the bag. He doesn't see the surprise attack coming. Our boy lands a kick to the gut using his Qinggong skill, sending the old man flying like he was hit by a rocket launcher. He crashes into the walls, dust and debris everywhere. Our boy stands there, missing an arm, staring at the dust cloud. To his surprise, dark black tentacles writhe out from the dust. Then they merge into one massive tentacle. Shocking our boy, the next thing he sees is a huge anaconda, made of pure blue aura, so massive that our boy looks like an ant in front of it. The old man walks out, demonic blue aura oozing from him. He's surprised that our boy doesn't hesitate to use his body as bait. That is not the way of a martial artist. Bro, the panel is sick. The old man is clearly aura farming with that energy, the giant blue anaconda coiling around him. Now I can't tell if our boy is sweating, or if it's just the rain. The old man asks, "Did you know? In a life or death duel between martial artists, the more you have hidden, the more advantageous you are." He says this as he reveals chain mail armor under his shirt. He rips his shirt away, showing the full armor. Our boy's attacks did nothing. Bro, that razor-sharp chainsword is the real deal. The old man thinks our boy has nothing left to show now. He's clearly lost the fight. He starts whipping his sword, making it take the form of a snake. Our boy stares at it, his brain clearly on overdrive. The old man wears a satisfied smile. Die now, nameless murderous demon. His attack transforms into that giant snake, lunging to swallow our boy whole. Our boy stares into the gaping mouth of the anaconda rushing toward him. He stomps the ground hard, kicking up dust just before the snake crashes into where he stood, blocking the old man's vision. Wait, how can dust form in the rain? Well, let's forget it. The old man says it's futile. He thinks his attack finally landed. He makes that smug face, convinced he got him, but freezes when he realizes what he pierced. A black society member. But how? Substitution jutsu. That was a decoy. The real one is up there. Our boy is already mid-air, ready to unleash his next skill. 3 forces sword art, second form, core striking slash. He zooms in a flash, closing the distance in a split second, aiming straight for the old man's heart. To his shock, the old bastard blocks the strike with his bare hand. Clearly hurts. He blocked the sword with his hand in a split second to save his heart? Our boy didn't expect that. He thought he was fast enough. It's not over yet. The old man uses that pierced hand to lock our boy's sword in place. Then he whips his snake chain back, ready to strike. He won't let him escape this time. Well, our boy shows the old bastard he had more hidden than him. He reveals the legendary power of the system's inventory. In that split second, corpses rain down, dead black society members pouring from his inventory. This is sick and twisted on another level. The worst part? The old man starts slicing those corpses to pieces. Psychological damage at a divine level. Now pieces of corpses litter the ground, and our boy is nowhere to be found. Hiding. How the hell did corpses appear from thin air? The old man will never understand, but he knows one thing. That brat had more hidden up his sleeve. Now our boy is tormenting the old bastard, breaking him piece by piece. The old man starts attacking wildly, screaming for our boy to stop hiding. Suddenly, an arrow flies straight at him. He blocks it. Poor old man. Even he doesn't know how to fight something this sick and disgusting. Who even does this? Another arrow comes from behind. It nearly lands on his face, leaving a scratch. Now it clicks. In this situation, he is nothing but weak prey to that demon. Yes, he is the prey. That panel looks like Guts Rage Wolf in Berserker armor. That's the exact look prey should have when facing a bigger predator. Something comes flying toward the old man, so he doesn't waste time, he attacks. Unfortunately, it's another corpse that left him wide open from behind. A dark, oppressive, suffocating, devilish aura straight out of hell rises behind him. The next second, a sword pierces him from behind, straight through his heart. Bro, our boy looks like a messenger of the devil himself, accompanied by the souls of the dead he's killed. No way the old bastard survives that. He pulls the sword out and glances behind him. Smoke made of souls, or maybe just his aura. Sick. Finally, the old man is the last member of the Black Society in Bongyang. His last words. Why on earth did he do all this? Our boy's response. Does he need a reason? Bro. This guy is an absolute menace. Period. Humans have always killed other humans. From when they looked like apes to this very day, even after building civilization. Does this not apply here? The strong always trample and steal from the weak. Now the old man sees it. This guy is truly sick to the core. Just like that, we both know the old man loses his head. And it's done. The black society is wiped from reality. Every single member, dead. Our boy hits a classic level up. Lightning flashing down from the sky. Next, he walks out of the gate, completely healed. His arm regenerated, all wounds gone. Bro flicks the blood from his sword, striking that killer pose. I think he deserves to be called the Grim Reaper Spectre, except he uses a sword. Now, his preparations are complete. Time to move to the next stage, where the strong are stronger, and the prey is harder to hunt. Man, he loves this to the core. Being a hunter. Time to go to Murim's Jianghu. Speaking of which, the scene cuts to an unknown place. Probably Jianghu. Men line up in masks, like they're in a royal mansion before His Majesty. Then a man, covered by a veil and wearing a mask behind that veil, speaks. How much time remains until the Orthodox demonic war? One of the men kneels and answers, only 2 years remain. The man behind the veil tells them. It is time to slowly begin the grand plan. He calls a man, Kwangwun. Kneeling before his leader, Kwangwun is given the order. Begin the first stratagem. Something big is coming for sure. After all that chaos and blood, it's a normal day. Our boy is back to being the mute Sosum, taking a horse for a walk. And everyone is minding their own business. He passes 3 men talking. Apparently, they're discussing the nameless swordsman, and how he finally wiped out the black society. Now the merchants and courtesans are in an uproar. The second guy is a fan. Calling him just a nameless swordsman is an understatement, he says. They should call him a righteous swordsman. The third guy isn't so sure. How can they call him righteous if he kills people? The fan shuts him down. Those bastards all deserve to die. Chewing them up alive wouldn't be punishment enough for those scumbags. They deserved it. The third guy tries to make his point, but the other reminds him. Neither the government officials nor those so-called orthodox faction guys ever cared about ignorant commoners like them. They didn't do shit. In the end, the nameless swordsman was the one who stepped up for them. The third guy thinks about it. These 2 bastards are right. He agrees with them. That does it. The fan stands up, running and shouting. Long live the nameless swordsman who drove the black faction out of Bongyang. It doesn't take long. Other people start joining him one by one. The next thing you know, everyone is jumping up and down, praising our boy. Long live the nameless swordsman. And our boy, he's right there walking past them. Well, it's about time he leaves this place. Night falls. He's back at his place when the spirit eye skill immediately warns him. Enemy detected. Level difference of 10 or more. Within 20 meters. Toward the stables. He opens the door and finds 2 men standing there. The Black Crow unit leader. And next to him, the head of the Danri clan. The flying heavenly demon sword, Danri Chanwa. Our boy immediately drops to his knees. What are they doing here? The family head is just here to see the horse. He came to say goodbye. Our boy takes a close look at the old man's feet. The family head is levitating, not touching the ground. The family head plans to send the horse as a congratulatory gift to the second daughter of the Namgung clan head, who is getting married. But he'd prefer to send one of his children to the Namgung clan instead. The Black Crow squad leader asks, is this for a marriage pledge? The 9 bows ceremony? The family head doesn't like repeating himself. The crow leader tries to speak, but the family head cuts him off. He releases his suppressive aura, gripping the Black Crow leader by the shoulder. He tells him he doesn't care how he do it. He must do it, no matter what. Well, something big is going on here. Depart immediately tomorrow, the family head orders. He will have much to do. He should take the mute with him. He's needed to handle the horse. The next day, members of the Danri clan are assembled. Our boy leans against a wall, thinking. He must learn proper martial arts, not just skills. He tried to recreate martial arts based on the movements of the family warriors and the black unit leaders, but it was nothing more or less than mere imitation. The worst option is to learn from a secret manual. The best option is to learn directly from a master. However, becoming someone's disciple right away isn't easy. He's already reached the age of 18 in this world, and he's heard it's not easy to learn martial arts at this age. The situation actually worked out too well. The Namgung clan, as one of the 5 great clans of the Central Plains and a family with absolute power in Anhui, there will surely be a way there, along with stronger prey. In minutes, the entire Black Crow unit finishes assembling. The leader asks who hasn't arrived yet. Someone answers, the young master and the young lady. The leader is pissed. That brat. Probably at some tavern in the Bongyang district. Move out. The leader orders. Seconds later, he stops everyone. Something's happening outside. He sees dust exploding past the gate. It's probably that brat of a young master causing trouble again. Danri Ganghai, the eldest son of Danri Chanwo, a martial arts prodigy with outstanding comprehension and talent. In terms of skill, he has everything needed to enter the Namgung clan as an outer disciple. But the problem is his rotten character. Frivolous and fond of alcohol and women, bad rumors always follow him. The leader runs to check what happened. He thinks the young master is beating someone again. In front of the tavern, green crackling energy bursts through the door. The next second, something comes flying out. In that split second, the leader sees it all. That something is the young master Danri. He slams into the wall, clothes torn across his chest. That green crackling energy still sparking around him. Our boy's spirit, I immediately warns him. The Danri bastard is beaten up, teeth missing. But who would dare beat the young master in their own territory? That green energy zooms right in front of the brat. The Black Crow squad leader stands there, mouth wide open, frozen. Our boy, bro, smiles, because what he sees is a true master. One of overwhelming skill at that. It's an old man, clearly teaching the young master of the Danri clan a lesson not to mess with his elders. The old man, radiating suffocating green energy, casually plants his foot on the young master's face. The Black Crow leader steps up, screaming for him to stop. But with a death glare, the old man fires back. And who is he to stop him? Boom! An explosion of green energy erupts. Everyone feels it in their bones. The Black Crow leader introduces himself, Gi Dehyo. He warns the old man. The guy under his foot is the young master of the Danri clan. Remove it or else. The entire unit draws their weapons behind him. Our boy, he's already analyzing. The squad leader doesn't recognize this old monster. A man unknown even to the head of the Black Crow unit who knows everything about the Anhue Murim. He has to be an unfathomable master from the outside. Our boy knows instantly. With the forces they have here, they can't win. But he's calm. Why? Because a lion doesn't use full force to kill a bug. The old man picks his ear. Danri clan? Never heard of it. Is it something to eat? Bro, the disrespect. He's flexing hard. The Black Crow leader's furious. He dare insult the Danri clan. The old man just smirks. You really don't know. Is the Danri clan something to eat? Or something to step on? He stomps harder on the young master's face as he says it. That's it. Gi Dehyo snaps. Black Crow unit save the young master. They all rush him at once. What happens next is insane. With just a flick of his finger, concentrated green crackling energy bursts out, and needles go flying. In a flash, every needle, coated in that deadly green aura, pierces straight through their foreheads. The entire unit, including Gi Dehyo, collapses. One flick, that's all it took. Now Gi Dehyo remembers. That technique, soul-chasing flying butterfly, he can't believe it. This old man is a true monster. The old man's actually impressed. For a country laborer, the Black Crow leader's eyes haven't completely rotted away. Then he introduces himself to the bugs at his feet. He is none other than the soul-chasing poison hand, Tang Wu. Hold up, let's talk power levels because the gap here is absurd. In Murim, there are 20 strongest, the 2 gods, the 3 monsters, the 5 pinnacles, the 10 greats, and Tang Wu, he's the supreme master of the Sichuan Tang clan, and one of the 10 greats. Bro, he's not even top 10 in the world. The men hit by his attack look like their souls are being ripped out of their bodies. In agony, soul-chasing poison hand Tang Wu. For those who offend him, even in death, their spirits cannot escape his poison hands. Our boy's just watching. One of the top 20 masters in Murim is standing right in front of him. And that scoundrel of a young master just caused a catastrophe. If the Danri clan offended someone of Tang Wu's stature, depending on how this plays out, they might be forced to close their gates forever. How does this end? Then she shows up. A stunning girl calls out, "Grandpa, let's just go. These bugs are country folk. They don't know any better." Instantly, the old monster's face changes. He's smiling like a sweet grandpa now. This should be enough for the young master of the Danri clan to realize how vast the world is. Drinking and causing scenes since morning, he probably tried to hit on the wrong master's granddaughter. He warns Gi Dehyo, since the young master's already unconscious, he should tell him to stop hitting on random women. If he keeps this up, he won't live out his natural lifespan. Gi Dehyo can only thank the old man for his mercy. Mercy? Ah, the old bastard only stopped because he can't say no to his granddaughter. With a flick of his fingers, he recalls every needle. The bugs live. Where'd the needles go? Into his hand? Back into green energy? Who knows? He turns to leave with his granddaughter. Then pauses. His dark, Scary green eyes lock onto something in the back. Our boy, just standing there, holding a horse. Our boy feels that gaze pierce him. Why is he looking at him? Wait a sec. Tang Wu tells the girl. He need to check something. He walks straight toward our boy, stepping past the bodies littering the ground. Our boy's mind is racing. What the hell is happening? Does he know what he is? Tang Wu stops, inches from his face. The granddaughter asks, Grandpa, what's going on? Nothing special, he says. He just need to ask this child one question. Our boy's stunned. He has business with him. Then the old man asks, simple, direct. What's your name, boy? Ha! Our boy's as caught off guard as we are. Tang Wu asks again. This time, his expression turns deadly serious. Dark green energy crawls across his face and fingertip. And that's it for part 1. Bro, what do you think Tang Wu saw in our boy that made him stop everything and walk over? Drop your theories in the comments.